Hello, my name is Isaac Malok, and today I will be talking to you about what reconciliation means to me. But first, I will do a land acknowledgement. In the spirit and respect and reciprocity and truth, we honor and acknowledge the Mohawk and the traditional Treaty 7 territory and oral practices of the Blackfoot Confederacy, Siksika, Kainai, Piikani, the Layaks, Nakota, and Tsuut'ina nations. We acknowledge that this territory is home to the Métis Nations of Alberta Region 3 within the historical Northwest Métis homeland. Finally, we acknowledge all nations, Indigenous and none, who live, work, and play on this land, and we honor and celebrate this territory. Reconciliation to me means creating a sustainable relationship in which parties concerned are satisfied and at peace with each other. However, in Canada, it's not that simple because Indigenous have suffered at the hands of Canadians historically, which has led to a great divide between the two peoples. Most of the suffering has been one sided, favoring the dominant race. With that said, reconciliation cannot just be about creating a relationship without first correcting past injustice. Justice Sinclair said, "We should never forget it's part of who we are as a nation, and this nation must never forget what it once did to its most vulnerable people." My reconciliation journey started with my education at the UFC. I took various classes regarding the Indigenous, and this is not to say that I have arrived. In fact, I'm still learning every day, and I will continue to learn probably till the day that I die. Uh, Now, before one can act, they must first understand what it is that they're dealing with. Therefore, education is critical. And by learning, I mean any person that wants to participate in reconciliation should learn about the past history of Canada and the First Nations. For example, learning about the impacts of the Indian Act, residential schools, the 60 scoop, and the theft of land, the loss of culture, loss of language, recognizing and respecting Indigenous rights and title. Reconciliation to me means guarding against negative perceptions and stereotypes. Reconciliation is reading the 94 calls to action created by the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, understanding the connection the Indigenous have to the land. Most importantly, reconciliation for me is keeping myself accountable and staying motivated and focused on reconciliation. And it is to have short-term goals that can easily be tracked. This means paying more than just lip service. I'm still working on my short-term goals, and the list is continuously growing. I plan on visiting local Indigenous organizations and friendship centers. I'm constantly researching First Nation, Inuit, and Métis peoples in my area to understand their history and how they influence our society. I plan on watching movies by Indigenous filmmakers. One movie on my list currently is a sci-fi film by Benjamin Ross Hayden called Parallel Minds. Um, it's a movie about technology and traditional knowledge. I plan on reading Indigenous literature and creating a collection of books that I can share with as many people as possible. Um, Justice Sinclair said, "Education is what got us here, and education is what will get us out." Thank you.